The Tape Never Lies Network. Starts now.
The Tape Never Lies Network.
Yeah, you look at the tape. So as a coach, your resume is the tape.
Loses the football. Strip sack and
Bears our live.
Give me some fucking
Bears
names.
our live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft in the smartest man alive. Bears our live.
Son of a bitch, you better block.
Bears our live. We go online right after Bears games with your boys draft talking the smartest man alive. Ran up with the true analysis you expect. Raw passion for the show. Bear fans get nothing less. Locked in with real emotion and passion for every play. Coach Phil delivering that range in with facts my show. Post game show like nothing else you're gonna hear. Some can try to copy, but a bucket's not sincere. Delivering the truth of what just happened to be clear. That's why we're on TV, so you can see it, not just hear. Hey, yo, with Draft Dr. Phil, you know it's always hit sticks. True to fundamentals, never gimmicks and tricks. Guess we're moving Soldier Field up to Arlington Heights. Mill out Cotton Bucks while the mayor pick fires. Our life keeps growing, Shane's all knowing. Delivering the truth on how the QB's throwing. Dimes on time, just lacking fundamental. Whatever the case, we get hot like Cecil. Fiery discussion on what happened in the game. This ain't your daddy's postgame, so expect the fucking flame. Not for the average fan, how long they can survive.
but don't you worry.
Bears Our Live.
Bears our life. Bears our life. We go
Let him sit his ass there again. I don't think we're that much worse.
The myth, the red
Bears
legend,
our life.
Dr. Phil
Bears our
Otoshun.
life.
This is
We go
football,
all
baby.
night
Culture
Bears
is the
games.
problem.
With your boys
Let's get
draft
on
talking,
little
the smartest
things.
man alive. Bears our
Give me some
life.
fucking
Bears
names.
our
Son of a
life.
bitch, you better
Bears
block.
our life.
That's what happens.
We go
That's when we have a
online
real
right
good team.
after Bears
And let's
games
get it
with
on.
your boys draft talking, the smartest.
Give me some fucking names.
This is Bears Hour Live.
Welcome back. We are back. The Bears are back. Football is officially back. Bears Hour Live. Welcome to TTNL Network as the Bears open up preseason game number 1 against the Miami Dolphins and battle to a 24-24 tie, a game that nobody really wanted to win there at the end. Have some things we want to talk about. Probably not going to be a normal rant, would be my guess, but we'll see. Let me go grab my guy. Bring him out here. He needs some lighting, I think.
Holy cow, why is it so dark? Is it the backlight?
Probably. Yeah. It was a little better, whatever you just did, but
I'll have to shut the door. Hold on.
we'll clean that up in post, I guess. The Bears open up a little bit of a sluggish start for Tyson Carman, or whatever you want to call him. Tyson Bagent, I guess. Right? Is that his name? Tyson Carman, or is it Tyson Bagent?
Tyson Carman. Carman Tyson. Where in the world is Tyson Bagent?
Yeah. But yeah, Phil, I'll bounce out, let you take over. I know it's not a regular season game, so not going to be much of a rant, but there's always plenty to talk about. So let's bring you out here and you do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to preseason, where scrimmages matter to everybody else in the NFL, not the Bears. You can be or say what it is you want. I believe the first snafu of the Ben Johnson era is leaving your young quarterback and his new offensive scheme on the sideline baking muffins with the owner. I just believe you get a series or two and you prep. How you prepare is how you end up playing. It's the same kind of same old. I know me and Shane are on the same wavelength here. in regards to what it is. And I believe every coach that I've talked to, who I respect, feels the same way. When you have an opportunity to simulate an aggressive, competitive, live simulation in practice, that's where it should happen, in a game type of format, not in a controlled, organized team practice. You just don't get the same kind of competitiveness, unknowns, and audience, as well as the pressure. And that's really where you want to see the mistakes and you learn from them. And I think that it's very imperative that we take that stand, whether you're Bozo the Clown Boy in the YouTube comment that thinks you played football and you know better or whatever. The reality is, I'm telling you as a coach, I believe that you need to simulate the buildup, the preparation, and then the ownership of those whatever drives that you've informed your first team they're going to play. Today, we did not see that. We saw it from Joe Burrow, Pat Mahomes, and we can go down the list. We just didn't see it in Chicago, and thus what this game is a battle of backups. And the Tyson Bagent show was it was shaky at first with what you'd expect, and the Bagent fan club will make excuses up. But overall, he showed some things that I like and what you want to see from a backup. As far as the big story for me, sorry, Ivan, you asked, is Braxton Jones. He was pathetic, and I watched him the whole drive, just completely off with his technique, unbalanced. On the touchdown pass that Bagent throws, he just put me over the top. Shane grabbed an image of it, and you just see him. He has one responsibility. You do not let anybody come inside, and he allows the dude to come inside, get the pressure, and then you see a great catch by Alexander and a great throw by Tyson Bagent to get it in there. I just really believe that what could have been beneficial to this football team moving forward is there. So whether you want to make excuse, he's still hurt. Well, no, he's out there playing. Play the fucking game. Play with technique. Play with pride. Be what it is that a guy that's battling to be a starter should be. It's the same old shit from Braxton Jones. Also, I saw a lot of good things out there from some of these younger players. Obviously, Austin Booker. I'll just be honest. Austin, in run game, pursuit down the line of scrimmage, a defensive end has to come down. He continues to throw his body and doesn't wrap up. Now, everything that he did really well in the pass rush game was there. Counter move, he had a spin move, he delivered the blow, separated and finished, and forced fumble. Then the fat guy gets in the way from our linebacker, the rookie Powers. Eccles could have scored if the fat guy didn't get in the way. You always hate to see that, but a lot of good things. I liked what I saw from Monin guy, really running hard and physical. You wanted to see that. Watching Trapillo, I saw some good things and I saw some concerning things. Very lazy in the lower half, like sluggish. His feet as a left tackle have to be a little bit more agile and quicker. His upper body strength is better, so you can clearly see that he's been working on his upper body strength. And, it's going to be a work in progress there at the left tackle position. Got to say, fuck you, Bullets. Cairo Santos burying it from 57 yards. Really put a damper in Bullets' breakdance rehearsal, Frank. So you gotta love that. I like what I saw from Ruben Hippolyte, Jay. I gotta be honest there. A couple plays where he showed instincts instead of just speed. So, I've been very hard on Ruben Hippolyte. I will be the first one to say, listen, I liked how he moved and filled. A bunch of these Noah Sewell also deserved a lot of props. How he played, filled, didn't get credit for some of the things where he's taking on the H-back, forcing the play outside, really showed a lot more physicality and twitchiness. And same with the undrafted rookie from Texas A&M. He should have caught the other one. Haskins missed the block on the backside. Ivan and I were texting. Haskins should have made that fucking block. And then quarterback is going to be able to step around and be able to just lob that in for a touchdown. But Walker still should have caught the ball if we're being technical. But really like what I saw from Walker as far as a receiver is concerned. Somebody that attracts and attacks the football. I like that. There's a lot of things to like in this game. Obviously, a lot of players rotating in and out. And really, the big story for me was Braxton Jones and how pathetic he looked. He looked like the worst player on a second-string offensive line. And some of you guys were pounding at me and Shane and Ivan all through the offseason as we pushed for Kelvin Banks and the Bears to take a left tackle, a true left, angry athlete at left tackle. And we just didn't get that. And Trapillo doesn't look ready yet on first show. Very slow in the feet. Did get stronger. So we got to see how that moves forward. Amagaji, the new injury bug, that story continues to happen. Not a good way to make the team. But it was exciting to see the Bears paint navy blue end zones finally back again. That the navy. Might as well do that. That's back. Really like the kid Newman. I was in the pool, Newman out there. Once we get a look at this tape, because last year late in the preseason they were releasing the all 22 tape for us. So Chris Harrell, Shane, if we get the tape, then we could take a deeper, more closer look, because they were shuffling a lot of players in and out today. Those were my notes for the most part of who they were and how they looked out there today. I guess they benched 23 players today. I think that's the number. So that's where we are here, Shane, on Bears Hour Live.
Yeah, man.
Not getting a rant today.
No. We keep the rants and mothballs while we're still in preseason, just like we do our patron halftime show, even though some people were asking about that. But yeah, the other guy that I would point out is there's, not saying that he got to play a ton, but Ja'Day Walker, Bill, you brought him up, just in the text, and you like
talk about him.
You like some things that you see there, and that's always really, really good to see. But
Wheeler did good too.
Yep.
Running guy though ran hard.
Yeah, and I don't think any of us are surprised by that. The way that we broke it all down for our patrons, just looking at him, and he's got, watching him today, in the Bears uniform and on the field, he's got a lot of Marion Barber to him. I don't think he's quite as, thick, pause, as Marion Barber is, but they run similarly with, power and aggressiveness. But I was really excited to see Ian Wheeler get in there and still have that explosiveness. And beyond that, Phil, I just think his attitude brings some juice to this team that really needs that on the offensive side of the football. That's, to me, that's kind of where the Bears are still lacking. I think, Burden is going to be a guy that is going to bring you some of that, but you need some more players like that are going to get the crowd, going and getting the rest of their teammates going, and want to see a little bit more than that. I want to get ahead of myself here in preseason game number 1, but like I said, they came out flat. I'm going to be interested to go back and watch. To me, it looks like Tyson's got a different hitch in his delivery than I've seen before. So I'm going to be interested to kind of zero in on that and see if that's truly the case. That was one of the notes that I wrote down, but I know everybody's going to get really, really excited about Austin Booker. Again, looking at stats, and we're not going to be stat-based here, Phil, but your point, I mean, there was a couple of times when it's a clear run play, he's just dropping his head and just flailing around and actually kind of clueless.
Yeah, he does not wrap his arms. No. He could make a finishing play, and he decides not to do it.
Absolutely. But you saw Hippolyte get in there, and you just hope too he's leading a lot with his head, but making some plays, and you do see the explosiveness in there. But yeah, not a bad showing. One thing overall, Phil, that does stand out to me that I absolutely love, and this isn't player specific, this is head coach specific. On the first 4th down stop that the Bears had, you saw a fucking coach with some emotion.
Right.
He went out there and he was flexing to his players. That stuff matters.
It's an emotional game. I've always said it. When you have these stale bred coaches that don't understand winning is the most important thing. Win the down, win the rep, win the series, win the game. It's always about winning. So I agree with you. It was nice to see that.
And on the first 4th down play, when they went for it, Matt Eberflus kicks that.
Right.
That was another thing that stood out to me.
Yeah, he was recognizing. I know the commentator kept saying it. It'll be interesting to see if he continues to be like that. Dan Campbell did this.
You're in preseason. Go for it. Work on
all
it.
3 of them were terrible, the announcers. I'm just not a fan of that crew. I was not a fan of the Virginia McCaskey patch. I think it's absurdly big and obnoxious.
Well, I do have an update kind of on that. Just let me grab.
I thought it was just way too, oh my God, way too over the top. The M. Let's enunciate M for muffins.
Well, yeah, but you'll see what I bring up here. It's in there.
George coming into the studio too to talk.
Yeah.
Is that a first? Like, I'm trying to think. I don't remember him ever going.
I have seen him there.
Yeah,
he's been in there before.
Ever have seen him?
So this is when George Hallis passed away. This is what they wore. So it's very
but the G and the H and the S are very similar.
It was so big, and it's on the shoulders.
They put it on the shoulder.
Yeah,
they put her M.
Yeah,
looks so big. Even Steph was like, "What's the M for?" Like she couldn't even see the other numbers.
Yeah,
I mean letters. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a lot of stances taken. I'm against it. That design, whoever came up with it. If you were trying to do the Walter Payton one, which is fine, you're going to recreate it. Like, I don't think they could put it on the shoulder.
Yeah, that was my.
That's pretty good.
I haven't brought that up. That was my pregame stadium shot because the The emblem was so damn. I'm like, oh my god,
It's like a blimp coming in. You
yeah,
can't even see,
yeah.
can't even see the game with that patch.
The Goodyear blimp with the fucking big ass M.
Don't give many ideas. Don't give many ideas. But yeah, it's
Get
just
off.
for a team that likes to kind of sit back, lay in the weeds, all of that. I thought it was it was obviously very prominent. I mean, you could have done something on the field that would, to me, have looked a little bit more appealing. But
I totally agree with you.
yeah,
It's a little too obnoxiously big. We haven't even talked. So the fact that you tweeted that out,
yeah,
the patch is heinous. I like that. Heinous is a good word. Did you see Ursary balling out?
Yeah,
Just fucking
made his debut back on his old turf.
Yeah, it scraped my fucking heart.
This is something that I was like, why not all the letters?
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
get one back
like,
up.
It seems like seemed like a shot for some reason, like M from McCaskey. Like,
no,
yeah, we
100%.
get it. Like, we get it, but yeah, like
Look,
that's
George Hallis. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still big as fuck, like too big. But like even still, you could see all the letters instead of the M. It's like, oh, what's her name? Martha? No, her name's Virginia. You don't even know. You can't even see the other two fucking letters. You think it's Martha McCaskey who died.
Yeah, put the George Stanley Hallis on the one sleeve, and then put the Virginia Hallis McCaskey on the other sleeve. You know what I mean? Do that, because you still have the Mongo decal in the back. But either way, like I said, we're good to go on that. I mean, I didn't wait all off season to piss and moan about the emblem that they're putting out there, but it was good to have. It was good to have football back. Luther Burden, Phil, I think it's easy to see, on field.
If
go ahead,
Dunze and DJ Moore had a baby.
Yeah, that was awkward as hell. Stacey Dales, holy cow!
My son Tate goes, what?
Right.
And Rome had the same reaction. Is showing you, oh boy, save that for a podcast, not for the broadcast.
That was definitely awkward. But in terms of Luther Burden, I'd like
him,
seeing him get out there, get the ball in his hands, make some plays. He brings a different agility element to the game, an explosive element to the game that the Bears kind of lack overall. He's different than DJ. He's different than Roma Dunze. But and then hey, Cairo Santos, good from 57 and more on that.
100%. I brought it up in my rant. But Bullets has to owe an apology.
Yeah.
I don't even think we have the fuck you Bullets drop over here.
I can. That was Bullets, but that was in his singing days.
That was in his old singing days.
Yeah. So
Ryan and Matt are men of character.
Thanks, George. We are waiting for the Bears presser.
Our men of character, Shane.
Yeah. I'm sure Ben Johnson has, a lot to say to the guys, even though it's a preseason game, but his first situation.
Your first tie.
Yeah.
You went out there. No. I thought there was a lot of good things to come from this game. Burden looked good, explosive. Walker just explodes out of the stem of the route. That separation is underrated.
Yeah. Then he had the 40-yard celebration out of bounds on the sideline, gliding down through. Yeah, that was kind of cool to see.
I like the fact that he was talked about by the head coach at Texas A&M the way he was, the heart and soul of Texas A&M.
Yeah.
So the character of the kid matching the athleticism, undrafted, sign me up. I like this kid. Dion Hall was listening on the radio. George said he wanted the patch to be the same size as the patch for her father. It looks different because in the 80s, the jerseys were baggier.
Well, it was also up on the shoulder.
But the Bears have their numbers, right, on the shoulder. So that's why they couldn't put it on the shoulder.
I think the size, like that's understandable. But like the biggest thing is the M, like the pronunciation, like the M is clearly the most pronounced letter on the thing. It's just like I don't understand. I don't understand why. Like, is that a shot? Is that something? Like, what is this? Like, why wouldn't
M for meddling?
Right, meddling. Why wouldn't her whole name or her initials be highlighted? But
yeah, who knows?
What do we know?
Who knows what they're thinking about? But Blackwell definitely not cut. He's signing an extension this offseason. I don't know.
Baller.
Yeah,
I like Blackwell. They had some snafus, and it's expected to happen in the secondary. In the first drive, they're letting guys come wide open.
Thanks, Steph.
Steph Froylan, super chat. Welcome back, BHL. Bears still undefeated in 2025.
That's right.
Chris R. Super chat. Thank you, Chris. $1.
Right.
TTNL isn't resting their starters.
That's right. We are not.
I'm not going to even debate with these blog boys ever again. Like, it's non-debatable. It's a mistake to not play your starter.
Oh, I agree.
Especially when they've trumped it down to 3 games.
Thank you, Melvin Dew. $9.99. I don't mind a tribute to Virginia, but making the M stand out like pretending the McCaskies have done anything to improve this team over the last 4 decades is a bigger joke than the Muffin Man.
Melvin gets it.
Melvin
fucking gets it.
Melvin deserves it. M was for fucking Melvin.
Here is Coach Johnson.
All right, we ready to roll?
We are, Coach.
Just a couple things popped up there in terms of injuries. Eamon went out with a shoulder. Homer had a calf. Major Burns had a knee. Terrell Smith had a groin, and then we had Newman. He's in for concussion right now. So we'll see where all those guys stand going forward. But that's kind of the preliminary. It's kind of hard to assess the feeling in the locker room on a tie like that. Those guys went out there and they laid it out. All those guys that were active, they did a great job going out there and competing. And you just don't know how to feel when it ends up being 24-24. It doesn't matter preseason or not. You go out there, they're keeping score, and you're playing to win. So, I'd say this. I think those guys, they did a phenomenal job going out there. The effort was there. The intensity was there throughout. I think a number of guys, knowing that there were no reserves behind them, they really fought through a lot,
starters.
whether getting dinged up and having to come out for a few plays and coming back out and looking to finish that game. I mean, guys that come to mind, Jonathan Ford, you got Zach Pickens, you got Trey Flowers, you got Blackwell. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And so I think that's what stood out to me. It makes you proud as a coach when you see the guys go out there and give everything that they got. And then the other thing is you got a few guys that aren't dressed out and, they're in Bears gear and they're right there up front and center cheering their buddies on. And so that's what you want to see at this point. We're halfway through camp.
A lot of leadership.
The team chemistry is really coming together. I thought at times we played with the physical nature that we keep talking about and we've been practicing towards over the course of camp. At the end of the day, it comes down to making some plays there at the end of the
Untouchable.
game.
Did you see their quarterback?
Offensively, we had some chances. I think we ended up being 1 for 4 on 4th down. If we do a little
Jalen
bit
Waddle
better in that regard, then
they had starters out there. I didn't say every single starter.
With that being said, I'll go ahead and open it up from there.
Watch the game, learn it.
Pretty fired up at the goal line stop that the defense brought forward. What did you see that whole sequence?
Yeah, no, I think that was outstanding by the whole crew. I mean, they came out, they were gassed up and ready to go, and a little bit of that bend don't break where Miami was able to matriculate their way down in their tight, and yet our guys held firm at the end of the day. And I thought from the entire unit, it was a great way to start the game.
How impressed were you with Austin Booker's performance, especially the strip second? What can that do for his confidence?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he was a factor the entire game.
Good game.
I think he
I
ended
don't.
up with
That's
3
not
sacks
Larry.
there, and
Like
it
you.
just
Shut
a
the
menace.
fuck
So
up and fire.
you really feed off of that. Those negative plays like that. That's obviously a huge thing in terms of ending drives, but also the offense who's sitting on the side, they see that and they feel that, and that momentum carries over to the other side of the ball as well that we look to capitalize on. So we're always looking to pick each other up, and you could certainly feel his impact on the game today.
Is the plan always for Tyreek to play today, or did the skirmish practice contribute to that at all?
No. His plan was to play him and Shawnee both. I think, we were aiming for about 10 to 12 snaps for them. I don't know what the final number ended up being, but I know they were certainly out there on that first drive.
And you said 1 for 4 on fourth down. The one was the touchdown pass from Tyson Maurice. What do you see on that play as it unfolded?
Yeah, no, I thought Tyson did a great job. That was one of those high back 5 throws that we've been talking about.
If you're anywhere here in New York, get rid of your ugly Windows system today and replace it for just $83 a month.
So number 1 wasn't there, so Tyson got to number 2 and gave him a chance, and he climbed the ladder, went up there and get it, and got both feet in bounds. So huge play for us there in their tight.
With Monungai and Burton and Loveland, are they at the point now where you trust that they're going to be where they need to be on every play, or are they still
rookies? Jack.
Yeah, trust is that's a strong word. I don't know if I can say that yet for those 3 guys.
Dumb question.
Yeah, I think we're trending in the right direction. I'll be curious to see what the tape says, because that'll go a long way in building that trust. But I thought they all came out, and I love the look in their eye there in pregame. I thought Kyle ran super hard when the ball was in his hands. I thought Luther made a couple plays that came his way, and then Colson we probably only had in there for a couple series to get his feet wet, and he's been getting a little bit more reps in practice, and so we wanted to just be smart with him here for week 1 of preseason. But I'm happy with all 3 of those guys and where they're headed, but that trust will take a little time.
Next, Pat. And the end of the first half gave you some good situational work there in the last 15 seconds of the half. What's your thoughts on finishing that the way you did, getting the long kick, getting out of bounds?
Yeah, no, I thought Luther did a phenomenal job there, catching that shallow route and getting out of bounds and having a second left, and then Cairo coming through with that big kick. I mean, that was pretty strong. I was joking with him, like, shoot, man, we probably didn't even need that many yards. We could have kicked it from backed up the way he nailed that thing. So
go to your room. Timeout.
You always talk about that, how you end halftime. That's really, you want to end with the ball and by scoring points, and so that was really well done by the whole crew.
TV caught you. I think you're calling in the fourth down touchdown pass, and you're pretty animated, and you're talking for a good 10, 12 seconds there. Do you remember what you're saying outside of just the play?
No, I don't. I was told today was family day, and so we had a lot of kids. I said probably a good thing they couldn't hear me sometimes here on the sidelines. So no, it was good. I thought we had great communication from
coach for the tip.
Both offensive and defensive play callers onto the field with the units, and it was fun to hear the whole coaching staff communicate in between series, and then of course during while plays are going on. It's the first time I've been on the defensive side, and DA and that staff, they got that thing rolling already for week 1. I thought that was really impressive.
For those of us who are just getting to know you, is this just what you are with the headset on game day?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what I'm. No,
I was trying to
bullshit
everybody,
but,
Pat.
I'm trying to put on an act.
We're looking to score.
What kind of comfort did it give you to see Tyson and Case do what they do, knowing those are the 2 guys you have with Caleb, just to see them do it on the field today?
Yeah, no, I thought both of those guys operated at a high level. We've been having some ups and downs over the course of camp, just operation, pre-snap penalties, and all that. And I felt like we weren't 100%, but we were pretty smooth. I mean, there were some things that got thrown at us over the course of the game, whether cover 0 or playing base to 11, and so things are changing pretty quickly there, and yet they were able to stay calm and composed.
I'm acting out there. I got to be
organized and gave us a chance to have a good play. So I know it wasn't all fun and games out there in terms of getting yards and all that, but I thought they did a great job keeping the unit going.
More about his respect for you. And what did you gather in your time with him the last few days, getting to know him?
Who's that? Mike. Oh yeah. So I've always respected him from afar. I mean, when he was at San Francisco to now in Miami, some of the stuff, in particular, the run game it's next level. There's no one else that does it quite like he does. He finds a way to find space to the inside and, perimeter runs. He can gash teams that way. So he is a little bit of that mad scientist. And so there's a lot of respect there just from a schematic standpoint. And I know they've got a good one there. Shoot, when Tua's been healthy, they've been rolling and they've been a playoff
guy
team
Oliver
really,
looked good today.
for all 3 years. So
Ollie Gordon.
I think he does a great job with that crew, and looking forward to our relationship continuing to grow.
What were you able to accomplish early this morning with Caleb and the crew going through that?
Yeah, so we ended up, we had 5 of those pass catchers. We had 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back, and we ended up probably getting 70 plus, call it, plays on air there. And we try to make it as similar to what we would do in practice as possible. We're calling a play, or I'm giving him the play. He's calling in the huddle. We're coming up. We got motions. We got this first down, second down, third down. We're changing everything up. And so you talk about timing and rhythm, anticipation, being on the same page in the passing game. That's where there is no substitute for real live bullets. I get that. But at the same time, when you can accumulate 70 plus reps in a day, that's pretty good. That goes a long way in terms of
trying to sell something
where you want to go
real.
with the connection with the quarterback and his pass catchers.
You could do that tomorrow too.
I wish I could do that every day with him, or every other day with him, to be quite frank with you. So it was a good time to do it.
You can't come out and say that you never can get enough reps, and then
how much we want to play guys and all that. But we'll assess that with the staff.
Played him today.
Then last one, he seems to have made up quite a bit of ground from the time that he missed. Do you agree that that's the case, and where do you see him in his development right now?
No, here's what I appreciate about Luther. He's working his tail off behind the scenes. He's with Elle all the time. I see him at breakfast. He's asking questions. I see him walking through. Like he's doing some extra stuff that maybe most don't appreciate right now. And so because of that, we're starting to see the details tighten up on the field. It's not where it needs to be.
I got the white version of it.
Frankly, isn't. But I love the way he's going. I love how hard he's working and everything we thought about him in terms of the weapon he is with the ball in his hands. That's shown up from day one.
Yep, $49.99.
Thank you.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. There you go. Coach trying to sell reps on air like Carm selling interceptions. Not a fan of that. Me and Coach would definitely bump heads with that conversation. I don't see anything that couldn't be done at Hallis Hall by doing that. You can do that if you would like. We're going to do 70 plays tomorrow live against air. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. What the problem is he's trying to combat against what me and Shane are saying because he knows we're fucking right.
Well, he's going against his own words, Phil, because like I said just the other day, might have been when he was on with Hogan Johns, or maybe it was his one of his daily pressers when he said, "Hey, there's just never enough reps." Well, that holds even more weight when it comes to your quarterback, franchise that's learning a new system. You openly have said that he's had some issues with the verbiage. What better place to do it than give it him? 100%. You did it in the practice. Oh, here's Tyson.
About as clean as it could have been, and which is good. Take a lot of pride in that. So I thought that aspect of it was good throughout.
What was the message that Ben had for you guys before the game?
The game really what stuck out to me, the game doesn't count, but the game matters. And so I thought that was a good way to put it. Nobody's, hurting themselves over this game, especially being a tie or losing or anything like that. But yeah, it's of extreme importance to a lot of people. So go out there, execute, play within our rules. Don't try to do anything that we haven't done since we've been here through camp, and just obviously play as hard as you can.
So what's impressed you about Monanga?
He's very downhill. Rarely does the first guy tackle him, and he's always falling forward. So that coupled with the ball security, I think it's really kind of most of what you would want from a running back.
What's the experience like being starting quarterback for Ben Johnson, having him in your ear, having him call the game, giving you feedback on the sideline?
Yeah, I think it's a dream come true. I think he is somebody, obviously, that is a kind of a mastermind offensively right now with where we're at in the NFL. So having someone like that teaching you more of the game, especially in year 3, has been amazing. But it was very efficient. He didn't waver, he didn't stutter, he didn't hesitate. He called his game, and I thought it was great.
On the touchdown pass, the TV camera showed him talking and probably saying more than just the
They were crying about it because I'm not.
I can't remember exactly.
I think we're honestly
what he
telling
said,
you
but
it's a
even if
whip.
I did, probably can't say
And
it
that's
here.
readily happening in the moment.
Oh yeah. Probably something like,
Because
hey,
the importance of getting Tyson Bagent reps is not there. When you're installing a new offense, you have these issues. It's important that you earn trust. I don't just readily trust
absolutely.
anybody.
They played Luther one-on-one, a lot of space
Could have
out
been a
there.
Hall of Fame
He kinda
coach
had his
making
own-
this
He had a two-way
decision.
option route, so
And I don't trust
he
him,
did a
because
good
I
job getting to the top.
don't
of the
agree
step.
with it.
Obviously making the catch and getting the first down. I thought that was good by him.
Where it's important to get your backup quarterback rep, it's more important that your starting
Talking
quarterback
about the very last one or the 2-minute?
has his fucking feet
heads up
underneath
play
him,
by
his
him.
mind
Got him the ball in
sound,
space.
and
He's
his
able to
ability
race
to
out there, get out of
articulate
bounds
the
with 1 second to go,
playbook
and
and
then
put it on the
you
field
got to see how much
in
stronger
a
Cairo got
game
all season. So I thought that was huge.
happening. When it doesn't count, it's even more important. Yeah, and
Austin Booker up next.
so that's why me and Shane are still we'll still continue to talk about it, because for the past, I don't know, 7 flops
Just to
years,
bring this back up with Eric, why
we don't even
like
know
you
if
said,
we'll play the next
we're not
game.
crying about it. But the thing about it is, Eric, if you're justifying what Ben Johnson did this week because of the joint practice, we have another one with Buffalo this week. So what are you going to do if he says no, he's going to sit again this week?
Well, you heard.
And then other than
I'm
that,
sorry.
just my great coaches that we got this year.
You guys heard the broadcast,
my
though.
teammates, the whole thing.
They said that Tua wanted to be out there because he wanted to redeem himself from the bad
hit a
practice.
long arm, he
Caleb
fell,
should have
and
that same
I kept
type
rushing,
of fucking
decided
leverage.
to throw it away.
You know what I mean?
He wanted to
Gave
play.
it another two
It should be
steps
that
and
way.
Reached out for the ball.
Caleb said he wanted to play. He was pissed. They're not playing any of their starters.
Transformation-wise, what was the process for you like? How much weight did you put
Or
on
maybe
this
Braxton Jones was the only guy.
Playing weight, I probably
He
put on
looked
like
like
8
dog
pounds
shit.
total. And just finding where I belong in the off season.
Austin
I have a
Booker
good
said he
spot
put
that I go
on
to in
8
Fort
pounds
Myers. Shout
in
out
the
X3, and that's my spot. But also the Bears, the nutrition took
kid will be
extra steps.
good.
The
He's
weights
got
coach
to
took extra
learn.
steps.
Yeah.
The
Tackling in pursuit.
staff
Well,
has been
rapid.
great. So just all the above.
How would you describe the
Running
difference you
backs.
feel between now and a year ago?
They're running that outside stretch.
I mean, I feel like
they
maybe
cut
it slowed down
back.
a little
He's
bit,
there
but,
to make the
I feel
play.
like I
He
just
just throws his
took it-
body out.
looked in the mirror and improved myself, and just came back and did what I did. So
Gotta start wrapping up.
Really
on
good
the
preseason
backside.
last year as well. Why do you think it will translate more into the regular season this year?
There's only 2 players on the Chicago Bears
no, I
roster
mean,
that are younger
I'm just gonna take what's
than
given to
Austin
me,
Booker, and that's
and
Luther
just
Burden and
keep going
Colston
out there
Loveland.
whenever I can and do
That's
the most
it.
I can, play as hard as I can. So I'll just leave it at that.
You've got some veterans in front of you on the defensive end rotation.
Thank you,
What did
Lucas.
you learn from them?
That's another point.
Year, I mean, whether it's last year or even Dial coming in.
Even though
I
bullets
mean, I
suck
try
for
to take
breaking down
everything, kind of like I
kickers,
said last time I was up
you
here. Try to
understand
take everything
reps
from
matter.
as many players as I can, and just try to learn from them and build on that.
We got to see it a few times today. You want to walk us through your sack dance or has a title or anything?
Oh my
BTA.
God.
I'll let y'all figure that out.
I think I said a lot of positive things about today's game.
Yeah,
Wrong.
listen to the rant there.
Maybe
Nothing. I feel like
the rant.
I'm being more consistent than I was last
You
year,
want
and
me to
so
be
even
positive
in practice, I
about
feel like I've showed up.
preseason
So I just
scrimmage
want to
with
continue what I'm
backup?
doing.
Yeah.
And
Ben
I
Johnson
did.
did not
Consistent.
say that he might not play all preseason.
Thank you guys.
Not the way that he framed it at all.
I don't know. I can't take another presser of these fucking shitty media members right now asking questions. I just want to wrap this up because It's just pathetic in my mind that we have to continue to justify what has not worked has been the Bears sitting their starters, because every opening day they come out flat, disorganized, and they completely shut down in the worst way offensively. And then you got to wait weeks for them to catch up. And then what's the end story? Poor coaching, terrible offensive line play. So you think someone in here is going to come in here and do something different. And we're not asking to come out here and play a half, even if it was 1 or 2 series, that you get the preparation, you get out there and you get your feet wet with the new offense and the verbiage and the checks, and the offensive line are out there. Now they just continue to push forward with another unknown. How are they going to play next week? It's a new regime with the same old story. I don't know how you can't see that and say, well, I might not agree with Phil and Shane, but they've been 100% right in the past. So I don't care if it's a new head coach. I don't care if it's a new culture. I care about the game of football. And the game of football says, no matter who you are, Tom Brady, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, John Elway, you need to get out there with your team and feel the presence of the culture and the cohesiveness of what it is you're doing offensively. It's that simple. You have an opportunity here. It's not like you have 4 games. If it was 4 games and they sat them in the first game, I'm willing to say, okay, because they have 3 more and they're going to do it a different way. But you can't go over there. We're going to get calloused up. We had a tough day of practice. We sucked this practice. And then have an opportunity to simulate a live game. Because I will tell you, no matter what any fucking player says, someone says on television, that we in these joint practices can simulate the game in a way that's better than that, they're lying. They're lying. They can't. It doesn't happen like that.
Touchdown pass to Jade. Walk us through that play, the ball, the catch, all of it.
Yeah, had a mirrored concept there, and I really trust Jade in the short time I've gotten to know him. I thought he played really well today.
They did.
And he got a great release off the line.
should have been the player of the
I just
game.
had to give him a chance. And then
he's
quite the dancer as well. So I was about to join in, and I didn't realize what was going on. So I thought he did a great job pre and post catch there.
Do you appreciate that level of exuberance for him?
Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, it's kind of funny to be playing, with the age of some of those guys out there in their first NFL games. But I enjoy that as much as any game I've ever played. I know it's preseason, but man, throwing touchdowns and celebrating with your teammates, that's what it's all about. It's so fun. I was so proud of him. All those guys out there that I was playing with. So I thought those guys battled well and put some good stuff on tape. And it was a lot of fun to play.
You danced a little bit after you threw the other touchdown pass. So.
Yeah, I don't really know what I did there. I was glad I didn't have to try to run anybody over. Glad my man made a great catch there on that one.
We heard the kind of Ben's message before was this game may not count, but it sure as hell matters. How would you describe his message to everybody before and kind of the tone he was setting in his first game?
Yeah, he quoted some guy, John Elway, on that one.
On air.
Yeah, it's competition.
What it is,
and
imagination.
I think that's what this locker room is about. It's competing. Whether
I'm telling you guys, you look good on air today, Ivan.
Obviously, with the other team, and there's some great competition out there today. And I think
we got those
it
mental
showed.
Reps. Got to fill in those mental reps.
His commentary.
I had a coach tell me
is
a quote of an old ball coach that I had: "The heat is a crippling thing." There's a little hot out there, and temperature-wise, but
TTNL.
You start putting the heat on boys, and you can.
It's like a mic drop. It sounds
if they're crippled
so
or not,
dumb
if they respond.
because it is so dumb.
Who came up with that?
No, that was my old football coach in high school.
May not count, but it matters.
Yeah, you can look that up.
Okay, so I know you're not.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Case Keenum quote.
Michael Scott.
I know you're not watching offensive line play as the plays formulating, but having Ozzie over there at left tackle and just working with him throughout the summer, what's it been like kind of watching him grow and seeing him?
Yeah, I honestly, like, looking up, I think I played into the fourth quarter, but, seeing those guys that I was out there with, I was like, okay, I feel better now. Sometimes end of preseason games, there's guys that have been hurt or pulled or and there's guys playing different positions. But having Ozzie, I literally looked at him as like left side, and it gave me a good sense. So that's a good feeling as a quarterback, when you have your left tackle that you feel really good about.
It's very end of the first half. You guys stole 3 points really at the end there. What's the significance of that, just situationally, of getting that down and getting some success on this stage today?
Yeah, I think preseason, the situational stuff is a little bit different just, because there's some situations maybe you punt when you don't normally do or go for fourth. I mean, you could see that happening towards the end of the game. But, with 6 seconds left to be able to get a completion and get the ball out of bounds, I thought Tyson did a really heads-up job, and Luther getting out of bounds when he did. We got to work on our clock, home field clock guy. Yeah.
Them being brothers has
stop it more
zero
on 2
to
than
do
on 0.
with
they did it twice, I think. So
roster.
and then Cairo making that kick was
just
awesome.
dumb.
Only make the team if he's good enough.
Was piercing into that win,
Today,
so he did a great job.
Good enough.
You've been very praiseworthy of
All right, I've seen enough of that, guys. I don't need to see a backup. It's the first preseason game. I will just sum this up as we're right. The Bears are wrong. Should have played them a series or 2. The build-up is just as important as getting in the game. The build-up to the game would have been those mental reps that you're talking about, Coach. Again, we can't fix it now. We can only hope that he doesn't try to pull this shit next week, because then all hell will break loose here. If you're going to say this Bills joint practice is going to supplement live game reps against the Bills next Sunday night, then you are not ready to be a head coach. That's the first sign for me. I'm just telling you, you have to put it out there.
Right. And Josh, it's a worthless game. Why put your quarterback out there? Have you watched any preseason games? I mean, did you watch Patrick Mahomes play? Did you watch Joe Burrow play in Philly for 2 series? Did you watch
slinging it all over the field?
Did you watch Jaden Daniels play? Did you watch the kid down in Atlanta play? They all played.
They play to get the rep.
Injuries suck. We get it, but you can't baby wrap these guys and think that the only thing that's going to hold you back is injuries. Matt Nagy did that in 2019. We're a kicker away. That is all we need to focus on. Injuries and adding a field goal kicker. That's it. How did that work out?
Jordan Love played. J.J. McCarthy played.
Right.
Jaden Daniels played. The kid from the Colts played and got hurt.
Jaden did play. He threw a pick in the first. He threw a pick.
You just play the guys, and you know what? Football.
Maybe it was something else I was watching, but you get my point. 90% of these guys played.
Football.
Tom Brady played when he was in there, right?
Oh, what if you go outside and trip over George McCaskey's scooter? Yeah, you can get hurt. That's not how you play this game. That's not how you coach. You don't coach or play scared. When you start doing that shit, then you start bubble wrapping shit, and you see where the culture and the locker room and the verbiage that you stand for gets completely washed. So you guys were in love with Nagy.
I stand corrected. Daniels did not play. He did not play. So I do stand corrected on that.
Well, there you go. Gee, I think the kid, Arizona, he didn't play either. I was trying to find out which starters didn't play. But I can't do anything. I don't agree with Josh Pruitt at all. I come from the coaching belief that we prepare all week to simulate this game on Sunday, whether it's going to be 2 series a half. This is what we're going to do. And that's going to be the drive for success. And I thought he was in line with that because he made huge stances about reps being so powerful and how got to do it, got to be ready, got to do the, and then to pull all these players and sit them out. And guess what? They're all meaningless. They're all meaningless. A scrimmage, a joint practice, you can get hurt. It's a meaningless practice then. No, that's not how it fucking works. In your fantasy fucking football world, you're worried about your guy getting hurt. And that shit should not even penetrate into the locker room, into the thought and reasoning of your football team. I'll say it till the day I die. If I was the head coach here, those motherfuckers would all be on the fucking field for the first 2 series. If they're veteran and he's bitching about it, his ass will be on the fucking bench too. And the rookie will be in there playing. And I am going to make it a full-on fucking competition to put what we work on all week on display, whether it be the simplest plays that we do, and we're going to fucking execute them correctly and with pure passion for this football team and the rules and the integrity that we stand for. That's it. Go out there, put on a show, make some fucking plays. That's how it would happen with me. But this organization does things in a similar way, just like not firing the coach to even up with the new quarterback. You fucking kept Eberflus. You kept Nagy with Fields. You keep doing this shit. And now you do it again with preseason football. You treat it as a fucking...
I mean, hold on. Sorry, Phil. You're absolutely correct. But what the fuck did you expect them to do? Like, what, were we going to hold a candlelight visual? Like, what did you want us to do?
This guy's a fucking Dolphins fan.
I know we're talking over their big plays. They're not the fucking Dolphins commentators.
They're one of the softest organizations out there, and they have been forever. Their beat reporters are open. You know what? Go ask your beat reporter, Omar Kelly, why he didn't report on anything live. He was live tweeting everything and never said anything until after the fact when a player came up, and then he took that out and wanted to play hero with it. It's a pathetic look for your organization.
Garbage.
It's a joint practice with live periods. Stop. You're making an excuse for your sorry, soft team. That's what that is.
Well, I don't know where else to go with it. The Bears went out there, tied the Miami Dolphins in the first showcase of Ben Johnson. There were some things to like. There's some things that you want to see, and then there's complete questions. And you know what? I like to go out there and put my starters out there, and when I see those answers, they fuck up. The offensive line fucked up this play. Guess what I got? I got ammunition to work with. The Bears have none. They got their practice. That's what they're going to hang their hat on. Okay. But if they pull this shit next week, you will see the fucking arm folded by me. And here we go. Wait and see who this coaching staff, who this head coach is, and what have you. I'm not the guy to shoot rainbows and sunshine all over fucking Chicago because we have the right guy. Did you hear McCaskey say in such a pathetic way, by the way, an embarrassing? We got the best guy who happened to be the most popular guy. So we got it both. Shut the fuck up, Muffin Man. Get the fuck out of the way. Fucking, it's embarrassing sometimes when you have this kind of shit. But listen, we'll see next week, Shane, what Ben brings to the table. We'll be live tomorrow talking about it on CHGO's After Dark with Greg Braggs and Adam Rank. I'm sure maybe where will Adam be on this?
I know where Greg's stance is.
Greg is. He's with us.
He battled Adam Hogue head to head on this. Adam Hogue was taking Ben Johnson's stance. And listen, my point is you can't your theory or hypothesis on this can't be they didn't play because of the joint practice, nor should they play because of the joint practice, and then turn around and say, oh, well, Ben's saying that they should play this week when they still have a joint practice. Then that just means that you're going to agree with whatever the coach does. Let's be honest. And that's not what we're going to do here. Are we down on Ben Johnson overall? Not at all. Are we going to point out issues that we don't agree with? Yes. 100%. Whether you like it or not.
Not kissing ass, bro. Let me say this to Josh again. Buffalo's been to the fucking AFC Championship, I don't know, 3 years in a row. They can fucking do what they want with what they've established.
Josh Allen was drafted in 2017.
Exactly. They're fine. We're talking about
it's like
fucking rookie quarterback with a rookie head coach. He's never been a head coach.
It's just like people saying, well, Jared Goff didn't play preseason games for the Lions under Ben Johnson. Jared Goff was going into year 6 before he got to Detroit. So stop.
He went to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Come on.
So your comps. Listen, I understand it's a new regime. You want to believe in everything, and then some people are saying, I'm going to roll with the coach until he gives me a reason not to roll. Great. That's you.
That's your show. I'll tune in and laugh
Start
at
your
it.
show and do that right. We're going to point out things that we do. You guys should be happy we're doing that. That we're not just blowing smoke.
Happy. You just have a few blowhards. I just get to the point where, have the Bears done this before, Ivan? Have the Bears done this before?
Yes,
the answer is yes.
Time.
They've done it every year. And where have they gotten? 5 and fucking whatever, 3 and whatever. Oh, but you don't understand. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I fucking do. Yeah, I do. And we can agree to disagree. I'm not going to be mad. But this has been the past practice of the fucking Bears, and they've gone nowhere.
Shane, I blocked the wrong fucking person because we're getting raped by this NFL game on streaming. Yeah, it went too fast. My bad.
Yeah, so
SL
Julio, I'll have to go into the things. But yeah, we've went longer than I was expecting to go anyway.
I gotta go in the pool, man. It's fucking 103 degrees here.
Yeah, it's brutal here too.
I'm dying to jump in the pool. Fuck Green Bay. And thank you all for the super chats. CHGO tomorrow night. Keep it at 100 Wednesday night. The Bear Down with Big Steve will be back on Monday night.
On Tuesday. Is he going to do it Mondays? Or is he going to do Tuesday?
At Mondays, and then later he's going to change it to Tuesdays.
Okay.
We're
Hopefully
talking.
He comes on. If he's watching, he should be coming on this Wednesday, keeping it 100. I'm going to reach out to him so he can organize this shit for his fan base and all the fans that want to tune in to him and Ivan on the Bear Down with Big Steve.
Love it.
Shane, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm not running the exit today, Mr. Vargas.
Ivan, the super producer Vargas.
Yes, we will get out of here. I appreciate you guys for being here for the first BHL of the season, but we're out.
Thank you for watching Bears Hour Live, the best post-Bears game show on the planet, on the Tape Never Lies Network.
She's pissed off.